Okay, y'all, so I hadn't done a cooking video in a while. One thing's for sure, when my husband goes out of town, which isn't very often, that gives me the chance to make salmon patties, salmon croquet, if you want to be fancy about it, for me and my daddy, because we love them. My husband cannot stand to smell them, and it stinks up the house. But he's been gone about 3 hours, so I'm making some salmon. Okay, I'm doubling my recipe. Well, first, while we're mixing everything up, go ahead and just cover the bottom of your skillet and, let it be, I don't know, about that full. And go ahead and let that grease be heating up. And then I'm doubling the recipe. So I'm going to pour in 2 cans of salmon, whatever brand you choose. I don't drain mine. I don't debone it or whatever. The bones just crumble. But, I mean, if you want to, you can. But that's just too much trouble for me. I'm a terrible person to teach somebody how to cook because I measure nothing. But we're going to take some baking powder and just, I don't know, just a spoonful. Then I've cracked 2 eggs. We're going to put those in there. I don't think I always put onions in mine, but I have chipped up about half of a small onion. I'm going to put that in there. Sorry, probably should have muted it while I was squeaking the spoon on the bowl. And then we're going to give this a good stir. Just get it stirred up real good. Okay, so we've got this stirred up real good. Got everything stirred up. I feel like I'm missing something, but it's a pretty simple recipe. So it's, I think I got everything. So now I just take a little flour and just add it in to kind of thicken it up a little bit. So let me do that. Okay, so now I've got it kind of a pasty like consistency. Got it mixed up real good. So now I've put flour on the plate, and let me get another spoon. So now, well, y'all can't see it. I don't have enough room to work with here. Let's put this right there. Okay. So now, I may not even need this other spoon. I'm just going to take about that much and put it on the plate on top of the flour. This is probably not a good for you recipe. It's just a good recipe. And then I'm going to take some more flour and just put on top of it. And then I'm going to take a spatula and just kind of, just kind of scoop them up. Put them like that. Just make sure they're coated real good in the flour. And then we're just going to take each patty, put it down in the grease. I'll let my grease get hot enough. I tested it by dropping a little bit of flour down in there, and that, it bubbled, so I knew it was ready to cook. So I'm gonna mix up a few more just like I did that, so I can fill up the pan. And we're just gonna let them brown on one side and then flip them over, brown them on the other side. So when I cook them on one side for a little bit, a few minutes, just to let it get kind of cooked a bit. Then I flip them over to the other side. I've already done this once. And just kind of press down on them. And You do that twice. Cook them on both sides 2 times. You can see when they're starting to get kind of golden brown, and that's when they're ready. I will also add, I hadn't made these in so long until I was kind of Googling a recipe because my recipe was in my head. And I see that some people put cornmeal in them, and I almost did that, but I haven't had these in a while. Neither has my daddy. And I just was afraid. I didn't want to mess them up because we know we like them like this. So, but I'm going to get these fried up, and then I always get me a plate with a paper towel folded. And when they get good and brown, then I put them over there and kind of let the grease drain out of them. Okay, y'all, so you want them to look, excuse me, you want them to look kind of about like this. I'm letting them cook on the other side for just a few more minutes on the other side. And then your second batch, if you're making a double batch, your second pan of them are going to look like you're burning the fire out of them because all that flour from the first one, the only way I know to do that is just to start over with a different fryer, but I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to eat them. This will be my batch, and then I'll take the first batch to my daddy, but let me show you what they look like when I took them out. This is what they look like, the first batch. Like I say, the second batch is going to look a little toastier. But anyway, I'm a child, I guess. When I eat steak, which isn't very often, I have to have ketchup. With these, I have to have ketchup. But you can eat them plain. You can eat them, I want to say, it just came to me. It seemed like I've heard of people eating them with syrup on them. But anyway, that's what I'm having for supper tonight. And then I'm going to take some to my daddy for him to have tomorrow and maybe the next day. And it is Friday night. My husband left to go out of town. He'll be back Sunday night, and I don't care what I do. I can take this grease out right now, put it in the garbage can. I can spray every spray I've got. He could be gone a week, and when he opens the front door, he'll say, "You made salmon." But anyway, or salmon if you want to be proper, but I say salmon. But anyway, so that's what's for dinner tonight.